Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be an incredible PvZ between Bisu and Jaedong. What? Two incredible players we both love. All of us love Bisu and Jaedong. On Minstrel here, bottom right, it's going to be Bisu. And in the top left, it is Jaedong. So two amazing old school players here on Minstrel. For a 2025 replay sent to me by RJB. I did cast this live on the Pro Replays live stream a week ago Friday, but I figured more than 50 people would like to watch this. So we're going to cast it again for you guys without the interruptions of donations and chat and stuff. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here on a Minstrel. You know Minstrel, right? I've cast a lot of games. Well, maybe like 10 or 15 games on this map already. It's a weird map. Look at this. Look at how weird it is. Look at all this high ground. Good places for carriers. We've got flying Kakarus, hallucinated Kakarus flying over the place the first 60 seconds that are gone now. We've got bases with their backs entirely exposed to lurker harass and storming and reaver harass as well. As long as this little mineral field gets mined out, there is a path for scarabs to get through. So we will see if that comes into play. 12 o'clock base, 6 o'clock base. We have a nice high ground base with two wide ramps leading up to it. A giant main base here on Minstrel as well. So maybe drops are a feature right now. Overpool opening here from Jaedong. We got ourselves a nice gateway opening here from our guy Bisu. It's a two-player map. We know where the other player is. PD the Probe. Already hoofing it up here to the natural base, saying, I already know that Zerg's here. Is that a hatch first? No, not going to be a hatch first. How worried do I need to be at this point? And he knows it's going to be a pool first, but that is an overpool timing right there. Not a pool before second overlord. Overpool means an overlord and then a pool, right? Second overlord and then pool. So, it's not a super aggressive early play, but it is an aggressive play here. And, second hatch in our mind. First expansion, second hatch, down at the third base. So, Jaedong is preparing for a macro game. And Robert the Zealot is coming out of this gateway. There he is, hoofing it across the map. Let's get across the map. Let's harass. Let's go ahead and try to take down the third base. Because the probe says there's not a second base here. So it must be a third base somewhere. This probe says you're going to take gas. No, speedlings are not in my future. Excellent stuff. I like that. Oh, there we go. Take it as natural as well. So it's going to be a 3-base, sub 3 minutes here from Jaedong, and then taking his extractor, expanding safely and securely. Here is our guy Bisu, and there we go. Robert the Zealot hoofing it out. We've got merch with Robert the Zealot on it at falconpaladin.store. As well as a new item with all three workers getting along on a shirt or a hoodie. So go ahead and scroll below this video and click on something you like, and bam, you'll be taken to the store. Very, very easy. And there we go. Zealot whacking away on the third base. We're going to call it a third base, even though it's a second base, because it was the second base that was taken. But it's a third base by location, so I'm going to say third base. We have enough lings to save this. Enough lings to save this hatchery. Second Zealot here. A lot of DPS for Zealots, right? We've got 16 attack. Already around 50% health here is this hatch. But yeah, these lings, enough to defeat these two Zealots in open and honest combat. That's why these Zealots are hiding behind this mineral patch here. Two lings on the south side, two lings on the east side here, and Jaedong says, I'm not going to play your games, just bam. Just get out of here, and the third base has been saved. We've got ourselves a forge, walling off. We have a cybernetics core here as well. But what are the priorities here from Bisu? Getting a +1 attack and getting speed for those Zealots. They are so good against lings. They are so good against Hydralisks. Check it out, man. Hydralisk on the way inside the main base. Two more Zealots hoofing it down to the third base here. Dun 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 dun. Maybe we can take it down. Maybe we can take down a couple of these drones. Run, drones! Run! Don't try to fight. Get out of there. You're 4 drones versus 2 Zealots? The lings are like, we're out of position. All right, let's do this again, I guess. I think we need a couple more lings here before we can take down both of these Zealots, but these lings can take down one Zealot, right? There we go. A couple more Lings. Yep, Zealot dead. And yeah, look at that. Oh, excellent positioning there by Bisu, falling back to where only 2 Lings can hit him. And we've got 3 kills for this Zealot. 4 kills mean, oh, you paid for yourself, but 3 kills mean you did not pay for yourself. 100 minerals versus 100 minerals for 4 Zerglings. We've got a cannon. We have a second cannon here. He is preparing for a Hydralisk bust. Ooh, speed on the way first for our guy Jaedong. So yes, it's going to be Hydras across the map, super fast, and then range to go ahead and hopefully snipe down this +1 attack here in Jaedong's favor. We've got Lings with speed running around here. We've got ourselves a Corsair on the way. We've got a Citadel of Adun as well for that speed I said was so very, very important. And again, priority speed lots, I say. Right? Second priority, Corsairs. For map control, for supply blocking. Yeah. So 1 Overlord down is acceptable for Zerg, but 2 Overlords down, not acceptable. There we go. So Overlord down, supply blocking Jaedong. Dude, come on. He already has a couple Overlords in production. He knew that would happen. He is not a spring chicken in StarCraft. He is an old head. And we've got 4 Zealots. It says, speed isn't done. Can we get a run by here for these Lings? No, says Jaedong. Nope. Not at all. Corsair, yep. Protecting the Overlords with Hydralisks. They've got speed now, so they can chase around this Corsair and make sure he doesn't get any more kills. Macro Hatch, third base. Still no lair here. Range on the way for these Hydralisks. And look, speeding across the map are these speedy Hydras. +1 is almost done. So we're going to have to see. We are going to have to see. Ah, there we go. Throwing down a ridiculous amount of cannons. As Tasteless once said on an ASL cast, it stuck with me ever since. To defend against a Hydra bust, you need a ridiculous number of cannons. And this is a ridiculous number of cannons. Bisu knows what's going on here. Range not quite done yet, but it's done any second now for these Hydralisks. Dude. +1 attack. I think +1 attack is going to finish here. If they had focused the Forge, then I think +1 attack could have been canceled, but losing a gateway this early for Bisu is not a good thing. Gateway down. Right now we have 2 gates, not 3 gates. And yeah, researching the +1 armor here, but the number of Hydras, yeah, with range here is enough. Look at this arc. Just sitting there in an arc, says Artosis. He's talking about Dragoons, but if he played Protoss, that would apply to Hydralisks as well, I'm sure. So there we go. Forge, and come on down. Forge down, canceling the +1 armor here, but we have +1 Zealots with speed, but not enough to handle this Ling and Hydra contain here. So these Zealots are like, forget about it. We're going to run around here now, run around the outside, and try to get some damage on the other side of the map. No Sunkens at the second. No Sunkens at the third. Macro Hatch at the natural base. Fair enough. Lair finally here. Well, almost here at 8.5 minutes. It'll be here at about 9. And yeah, 1-to-1 ratio for Zealots to Hydralisks. Zealots will win that every single time. Lings helpful for buffering. But dude, why are these Hydras out of position? This group, I don't know if this group can handle this many Zealots here. This group as well. We need all the Hydras together to defeat this many Zealots, especially with +1 attack. And there we go. It's going to be a surround on these Zealots from the south group of Hydras and the north group of Hydralisks. Excellent Hydra control there and a movement from Jaedong. And another Zealot attack inside the third base. How many drones are down here? I want to say 2. 2 at least. 31 drones. This Zealot says, can I get another drone kill? No, I cannot. We're evaporated. And then we're going to be put into the bodies of Dragoons here as soon as it looks like Lurker aspect is on the way. Spire here as well. Interesting. So maybe a Muta-transfer? Muta-transition maybe. Yeah, there we go. We got Singularity Charge on the way. We've got an excellent scouting Corsair here. He has 1 kill, but he has been scouting so well. He saw the Spire. He sees no sign of spores, no sign of Sunkens, just macro hatches. We've got an Evolution Chamber working on a +1 attack here for these Hydras as well. So, Jaedong in a good place right now, I would say. Ooh, an early Dark Archon. A 10-minute Dark Archon, man. It's not even a Mutalisk opening. What? I guess he saw the Spire, right? With his Corsair, he was flying through the natural base, and he saw the Spire, so he's like, all right, this Dark Archon will be good against Mutalisks. Maelstrom being researched as well. Maelstrom Storm is the ultimate answer to Mutalisks, I want to say, man. Even Valkyries, which are an excellent answer to Mutalisks, cannot hold them in place and then kill them, right? Mutalisks run away from Valkyries. You can get some parting shots off on Mutas that are running away, but man, locking them in place and then taking them out with one Storm, that is the most cost-efficient way to take down Mutalisks, man. It is incredible. And I saw an Artosis thumbnail the other day that was like, man, Dark Archon openings in PvZ is set to be the standard in 2026. It is just becoming so popular, and this is why. Because Mutalisks are shut down entirely by the threat. We got a DT up here at the third base saying, hey, get away from here. Zealots supporting as well. Third base up the right side, finally from Bisu. And it looks like it's going to be a fourth base down the left side from Jaedong in 11 minutes. So everybody keeping a pace in the economic game. I love it. We only have 5 Mutalisks here. No upgrade from them. No more Mutalisks on the way. Oh, never mind. 6 Mutas. I apologize. 6 Mutalisks. This one was hiding behind the minimap. We've got Scourge as well. And Maelstrom is done. Maelstrom! Oh, only of what? 3 of these Mutalisks? Ah, there's the Storm! Get out of here, Mutas! Oh, I guess we are making more Mutalisks here. We have 6 Mutalisks still after that Maelstrom Storm. Fair enough, I guess. It's not going to be a lot of Mutalisks because Lurker Aspect is on the way. Out of energy for a Maelstrom is our Dark Archon right now, but trying to get as much damage as possible with these 6 Mutalisks is Jaedong. I mean, he wishes he had more. Good Storm. Can't snipe a High Templar. Yes, sniping a High Templar, but at the cost of, I want to say, all of the Mutalisks, but 1. Yeah, that's not good trades, man. Not good trades. Again, I do not like Mutalisks against Protoss unless it's excellent sniping of all of the High Templar and then Hydralisks and Lurkers wiping out the Protoss army, but not today. Not today, Satan, says Bisu. He's red, I guess. The color of the devil. I don't know, man. Oh, speaking of which, man, I was watching The Twilight Zone. The old 1959 series is on Amazon Prime, and my sister has it. I was over at their place the other day and just pulled up the first couple episodes, and I was like, I'm thinking about it. It's kind of funny how many of the episodes of The Twilight Zone are just kind of like, it was the devil. Like, this guy is being punished for his sins by Satan, or like some kind of crazy witchcraft during Halloween. It's the 50s, man. Like, what do we expect from this? Oh, did he just use all of his High Templar to storm that? No, Bisu, no! Oh, I think he used 3 of the High Templar there to storm at the same time in the same location. It doesn't stack. Oh, it doesn't stack, Bisu. That hurts. That is a lot of energy drain from this High Templar, and the 4th base is dead. Wow, canceled. Good canceled. Good timing there from Bisu, not getting it killed. But that hurts. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the advantages in StarCraft 2, which I know you guys don't like to talk about, but yeah, if you have like 5 High Templar selected and you say Storm, it auto grabs one of the High Templar Storms once. And you're good. You don't have to select one of these spellcasters and Storm. You can just do it with all the High Templar selected. It's kind of awesome. Smart casting, I believe is what they call it. Anyway, it's not auto casting. It's kind of interesting. Warcraft 3 went from all spellcasters to auto casters, which is kind of incredible, right? Like if an enemy comes into range, you net it, you bring it down to the ground. If it's an air unit, you've got auto casting on healing, right? And then, but yeah, at Brood War, no auto casting whatsoever. StarCraft 2, they get away from the auto casting for the most part, but they give you smart casting. Anyway, big attack down this way. This is a lot of Bisu. By the way, they've got Dragoons in case there are any Lurkers here. There aren't any 1/1 upgrades for them too. The Hydras are at 2 attack, which is pretty nice. Got a little Hydra attack here, getting absolutely shut down by Lings. And then the defense, there you go. Sunkens, Lurkers, finally defending a base. Here for Jaedong. High ground Lurkers is going to be really annoying. The high ground miss chance is coming into play here. A lot Maelstrom on a few Lings and a couple Hydras. I mean, not the best use I've ever seen, but, you know, that was a Maelstrom Storm combo. Nevertheless, that was cool. Also, Feedback is a really good spell that Dark Archons have against Defilers to shut them down. One-shot them if the Defiler has enough energy to be feedbacked and killed, and usually they do because Consume is that good. Adrenal's on the way. Hive Tech is done from Jaedong. Loving that stuff from him. Getting Adrenal immediately is the sign of a good Protoss player. I love it. He knows how important it is against Protoss, especially inside Dark Swarm. Lings kind of reign supreme until Reavers and High Templars show up. This one Zealot is like, so, you thought you were going to come kill this base, did you? Oh, those cannons are not going to survive. Kill the cannons. They're not Adrenal Lings yet, but they're going to kill these cannons because Lings are so good against cannons. Probes are trying to save this base. Psystorm helps immensely. Okay, Ling count is problematic. Zealot's causing some problems here as well. DT's got 5 kills. He does chase those Lings away. So it's a couple probes down, it's a couple cannons down, but the base survives, and that's a huge deal for Bisu. The whole army's coming up this way to deal with this, by the way. Like, everybody's got the memo to come to the top right, which actually means this is a little bit exposed. Jaedong taking the first one of these bases that is open to the back. It's very dangerous to do that. I guess Bisu tried to take this and it got shut down, but the first one I think to finish here is going to be Jaedong based on, well, maybe not. Bisu's got a big army here, man. He's effectively maxed out, 179 supply. He's got +2 armor and +1 attack. Strange he's got the armor upgrade first, considering that Forge die that was working on the +1 armor upgrade. So he's really prioritized armor here, which is good against Lings and Hydras. Armor is a good upgrade to have. They're very fast attacks, and armor is a big part of defending against all that. So this gets canceled, yeah. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get the 5th base. The map is split in half right now. Jaedong does not want that. Jaedong does not want to be on 4 base to 4 base against Bisu. Not anybody this good. Maybe a lesser Protoss player, but this is the Bisu we're talking about here, folks. So, ooh, Ventral Sack. We don't see drops a lot from Zerg. Yeah, pretty much ever. It's very rare we get Ventral Sacks, so I'm excited to see Ventral Sacks in this game today. This should be wonderful. Plague is on the way. Understanding the importance. That's the sound of Consume, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it going to be? Archon versus Cracklings. Not in the numbers we want. These guys get wiped out. Cool. Dark Swarm time now. There it is. Yeah, Dragoons are like, we were great, and now we're terrible. Send the Zealots in. See what they can do here. Zealots in the front. Archon bouncing around the back. Psystorm's going to be a big deal inside this Dark Swarm as well. Bisu, can he break this position of Jaedong's and get into the natural base? No, too many Lings here. Too many Cracklings. Too many upgrades on those guys. They are busted, and good Psystorm is the answer. Archon is still kept out of this party because he's been stuck behind everybody else. He's already got 9 kills. I think that's from when he was 2 High Templar, but still, nevertheless, we got a nice little setup here, too, from Jaedong pushing in. Going to find a Hydra to kill. A Hydra, an Archon to kill there with the Hydras. Unless the Storm chases him away and totally saves the Archon's life, which is exactly what happens. But that base is... Nah, Maelstrom gonna save the Nexus and the Storm. Oh, the Maelstrom today. This is some of the best Maelstroming I've seen in a long time. And Bisu is the one giving it to us. Oh my gosh, new base from Bisu too. 6 o'clock is done for Jaedong. But this, whatever this is, right side upper base, we'll call it that, is done from Bisu too. Yeah, the Archon counts increasing as the game gets to the later game. Once Plague and Dark Swarm are here, Archons are worth their weight in gold because Plaguing them doesn't do anything and Dark Swarm doesn't work very well against Archons, it turns out, because they're all splash, man. Yeah, this Zealot High Templar Archon army, Dark Swarm's not even possible here. You don't even want to bother with it if you don't have to. Yeah, the Storm combination is so good. Jaedong's taking his upper left base and holding on to the 6 o'clock. We're working on taking every base on the map, aren't we? We're trying. It's a big map for that, though. Archon Zealot is crushing into the 6 o'clock position here. Dark Swarm does come up, but look at the Archons and the Zealots just not giving a care until they do, until enough Cracklings are in there to be problematic. Actually, I think he could have kept pushing there. That was like 4 Zerglings, and the Hydras aren't going to do anything to you inside the Dark Swarm, sir. Zealot checking to make sure this base doesn't exist. Cancels it. That's the second time Bisu's been able to cancel that base of Jaedong's. He's tried it. It's not working out. Oh, Lurkers again. Lurkers back here. Dragoons back here. Storm back here. Super annoying. Another great Dark Swarm. Dragoon's useless. Archon's awesome. Zealot's awesome too. Here we go. But the Nidus is popping out a lot of reinforcements here. Bisu's being cautious. He doesn't want to lose too much trying to take the 6 o'clock base down. But if he does it, he wins. Oh, nice Plague. Ooh, big Plague there. Getting big time hits off. Lurkers. Oh, burrowing in range of cannons. That's not going to actually work super well. Oh, the Dark Swarm was just a second too late. Okay, so now there's Dark Swarm back there, which is way better against cannons, it turns out. And I guess we have to go around to try to save this thing. There are some Zealots trying, not working out very well. These cannons are going to die. It's denying all mining from this base by Bisu. Not happy about this. Losing cannons, no mining at the minerals at all. Gas is happening, which is important, but also minerals are kind of a big deal in StarCraft, in case you didn't know. Now, he's got to swing up around that side and deal with this because he can't get through because this mineral field's not been mined out yet. None of these mineral fields have been mined out yet, so if you want to deal with this, you got to go up and around and down and see what he can do. 6 o'clock base getting defended by more Sunkens, more Defilers, more consuming happening here. Still, Jaedong has not taken this base. Bisu hasn't taken the 12 o'clock either. Nobody's really in a position to look at it either. Lurkers still denying this position for the mining. Bisu decides, all right, we're going to come across this bridge. We're going to kill an Archon. And then we're going to come down. It's really just a handful of Lurkers. The Defiler gets sniped. What? Probably a Storm. Ah, Maelstrom on the Lings. They're attacking the Nexus inside the Dark Swarm. The Maelstrom buys a little bit of time. The Archon goes in. Should have gone in earlier to kill those things. Reavers have arrived. And at the same time, Bisu crushes through that. Holy smokes. Okay, hang on. Two amazing things happened there. Back it up. We got to back that up. Dude. There were two incredible things happening there. So, one, this Dark Swarm thing happens. Problematic. Consume. These cannons die. Great. Static defense down that way. Neato completo. And then he repositions down this way because he's worried about an attack from the south, which he should be. But then he goes up north. Okay. So Defiler comes in. What kill? Oh, feedback. Oh, nice feedback on the Defiler. Some Lings come in and start to attack stuff there. Yeah, inside Dark Swarm. And he's like, what do I do? And then he Maelstroms them so they don't actually kill the Nexus. And then he just crushes through this Lurker position. A bunch of them get out of there, but Storm is hitting him on the way out. One of them dies. And then, yeah, the Lings, with enough time, would have finished off the Nexus, but the Maelstrom stopped them in place long enough. Oh, long enough that it saved it. Yeah, it was plagued as well, so that was definitely going to die if the Maelstrom didn't happen. Killer moves. Reavers, I mentioned them already. They're going around because that second egg's been killed. There are two eggs over here, but both of them are not there, so they can't block the Reaver shots from coming around the outside. This is brutal for Jaedong all of a sudden. Plagued up. Is that another feedback on a Defiler? Just a regular death maybe on a Defiler. Snipe an Obs. Still an Obs remaining. Bisu overmaking the Observers because he got to against somebody as good as Jaedong, obviously. Both players maxed out. Jaedong's got a better bank right now, but the cost efficiency of this ultimate late game composition of Archon, High Templar Dragoon, Zealot, Reaver is crazy good, man. This Reaver trying to micro as well as he can. Archon's once again inside the Dark Swarm. Gonna be happy. Oh, great Storm there too. Archon casually at 313 upgrades. That guy has got 7 kills to his name. Oh, the surround killing a bunch of those. Everything dies there. I was going to say a bunch of the Zealots, but everything died. And, in fact, the Reaver died as well. This is a bit of a problem. If you're going to be Bisu right now, 189 to 158. Jaedong is up 23 minutes. Oh, they got plagued, but they get the revenge on the Defiler who plagued them, but by surrounding and executing him. This base is coming back. Oh, this base got killed by something. I mean, it was plagued. I think probably 4 Lings probably wandered in again with the Dark Swarm and sniped it, but it is getting rebuilt. Plague Zealots are like, we're not good at fighting against most things, and they're running for it. Plague is good. Plague grinding is good. It doesn't kill the thing, but it really makes it infinitely worse than it already was. Lurkers. Okay, big deal here. Okay, Archon, Storm, chasing away 4 lurkers, not a big deal. Defiler getting sniped out as well. DT, look at this DT! Oh, you didn't bring detection with you, did you? Finally, an Overlord shows up, and DT does get wiped out. There you go. Bring an Overlord with you to these parties, man. Southern attack, not a lot of stuff, but 2 Reavers represent a big chunk of firepower here. Scarab's getting caught up on the Archon and doing absolutely nothing on that attack. I'm not sure what that was about. Simultaneously trying to fight over here. Corsair dies. Reaver shots, Archons into this mess. Big attacks everywhere here. Being very patient again, Bisu. Not interested in overextending, but, oh, the Lings try to snipe the Reavers. No, what a pickup. What a pickup by Bisu says. No, Lings are not going to kill these Reavers. Not today. Look how many Archons there are. 10 kills. 19 kills. So good. And then falling back, letting the Reaver shots. They did plague the Reavers, though. Falling back, getting hits off. The Zerg Swarm seems endless here. Archons doing what they can. Some of them getting popped, especially by Lurker Spines and especially by Hydra attacks. This attack back this way is still denying mining at this base. Okay, there's one dude mining there. There's one pro mining at this base. This base is still not mining either. Because there's some Zerg back here too. It is so hard to take these bases. Jaedong finally gets this base. Upper left that he's been trying 4 or 5 times to get today and failing miserably every one. This group holding, but is there enough storm? Good storm placements, man. Okay, not enough to shut it down. Hang on, ring around the rosy. Hydra dragging that Zealot down. He just needs one more hit. No, the Lurker wins the battle. No way. 175 to 152 supply. Zerg player is up, feeling okay about this. But Psystorm, Archon, Zealot continuing to have a really good time down here at the 6 o'clock. They haven't killed the hatch yet, but this might be enough this time. Lings popping out of the Nidus like crazy. Defiler pops out of the Nidus here too. They both kind of wander into nothingness and die. Not great control from Jaedong on that one. The hatch does get sniped, and Bisu immediately retreats from the position, says, good enough. Remember what I said about the backside of this base? Yeah, this is a horrible place to mine from as well. That's 57 probes, or sorry, drones to 39 probes here. Yeah, Bisu barely mining here. This one Lurker's got 11 kills. Barely mining here. These Lurkers, oh my gosh, are going to try to get this Nexus again. Not that they're great at killing buildings, but hey, given enough time, they will. Jaedong needs to rebuild this base. He has the money for it. He could just kind of run up here and kill this Nexus with this group if he wants, but guess who's going to backdoor harass you this time? Jaedong, it's Bisu. He's sitting back here. Are the Reavers going to be able to make it up there? Where did the Reavers go? Actually, these Lurkers are going to kill this Nexus. Dude. Okay, Nexus down again. This is insane. Okay, but Psystormed a ton of the drones here. By that I mean like 3. Drones did get pulled. They did get saved. Psystorming inside the Dark Swarm. I don't care what's in there. It's probably worth storming 99 times out of 100. Bisu's not rebuilding that basement. He barely has the money to do it, but I mean, is it worth taking? But where do you go otherwise? 12 o'clock, maybe. Counterattack. A surround on the Archon will kill it with these cracklings. They've got the 3-3 upgrade because, of course, they do. Ah, there it is. That Ling Hydra attack up the right side here that I was thinking should happen, and they do get some damage done. Lings, oh, they're going after the Dark Archon. That's caused so much pain today to the Protoss, to the Zerg forces, rather, from the Protoss side. Lings running free, trying to get a High Templar. They get 1. They get 2. Good snipes. Good run by. And good High Templar snipes there by Jaedong. Okay, this base is running, actively mining now. 6 o'clock base coming back from Jaedong as well. This base by Bisu is not happening. Is he in position to take the 12 o'clock? He's thinking about it. GT's kind of holding the spot there. Reavers are back. They get plagued immediately, but look at the range on some of these Reaver shots, man. Kabam! All the way around the mineral line here. All the way. Kabam. Lurker down as well. Hydra's trying to deal with that. Not enough Hydras for that whatsoever. Okay, Psystorming everything that tries to come into position to deal with these Reavers. I love it. Look at this. Look at this Reaver shot into the choke. Storming into the choke. He's using this little tiny gap to the best of his ability. Look at these Reaver shots. They're so good. I need to know how many kills these Reavers have, but they keep making new Scarabs. 4 kills on that Reaver. Doesn't seem like enough, honestly. Yeah, look at this. Reaver shot, plaguing, catching some Zealots there. Look at this Reaver shot. Yeah, bam! 3 Hydras die. And this Nexus is in so much trouble. It's deep in the red. These Reavers MVPs today. Look at them go. Look at so much Zerg has died in defense of this base. Bisu's up 160 to 137 supply. He was down to his 20 supply a second ago. Now all of a sudden, nice snipe on the shuttle. Oh, is there a Reaver in there? There might have been a Reaver in there. That's not ideal. Archons don't want to go in there too much either. Reaver shotting. Oh my gosh, this Reaver though. Look at him. Is he going to get it the Nexus? One more shot. No, 2 more shots because 125. And bam! Hatchery down. Man, counterattack from Jaedong up the right side. He's down 20 supply right now. Not happy about it. Mass Hydra against this many storms, and the Maelstrom prevents the retreat there. Dude, this Dark Archon today only has the 1 kill, but has like 47 assists. I want to say Bisu thought about expanding to the 12 o'clock. Lings absolutely shut that down. But Bisu macroing behind it, never took the space back, really only mining from here and from here. Jaedong's mining from this base, but that's really the only place that he's got. This base doesn't exist anymore. Jaedong's on 1 base to the 6 o'clock. Economy not as good. Both players, Starvin, Marvin. Jaedong actually has a bunch of gas, which is helpful in these late game situations, but really not enough minerals to do anything with it either. So, no, nice. Juking on those observers. Not allowed at all. Okay, Dark Archon ready to go. Has enough energy for a feedback. Can he get a defiler? Plague is up. He does. I think he feedbacked that defiler. Yes, 2 kills on that Dark Archon there. Beautifully done. 160 to 120 supply. Somehow Bisu has gotten a much bigger, more advanced army. Here in the late stages, Cracklings, but Reavers behind Archons, Zealots in front of Archons. It's a tough combo to break, man. Happily eating inside the Dark Swarm. The 6 o'clock base is going to die again. Reaver shots, unnecessary, but helping with the effort. And now Jaedong is mining from 0 bases. All the bases on the left side are mined out. The 6 o'clock is done. He maelstroms. There were drones maelstrommed in there. That seems unnecessary. But this Dark Archon is the hero of everything. Without this Dark Archon, I'm not sure that Bisu wins this game. It's been that tight, and Jaedong taps out. Oh, he was mining here. Doesn't matter. Bisu gets the win. This base is dead anyway. He's mining for the back side of this base. I mean, not that there's really a front side, or I guess this is the front side. This is the front side. This is the back side because the minerals are back, and you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yo, Bisu pulls it off in 31 minutes and 31 seconds. Absolutely insane. Insane plays there, dude. We got an Archon with 17 kills, 14 kills, 38 kill Archon, 21, 13, and 10. These Archons are hugely important for the Protoss. A 2-kill Dark Archon, but again, something like, oh, I don't know, 50 or 60 assists. The amount of stuff that he's maelstrom today that has died is a humongous number. And very, very impressive. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a fantastic, fantastic win here from Bisu. He's not mining here. He's not mining here. He's not mining here. He's mining here. Finally. And he is still mining in the top right a little bit. These are mining out soon. But it exists. And Jaedong does not have any income, so he has to tap out. But man, yeah, 4 kills on that Reaver seems like too few, considering how many really important Reaver shots were there. But yeah, I mean, using the Reavers, using the Dark Archon, Archons, Zealots, Dragoons, High Templar, Corsairs. So many units are used today by Bisu, and he uses them in beautiful concert. Beautiful concert. And gets the win. Man. What a great showing. Just a great game from Bisu. I've got a Bisu fan who's been watching all my Bisu casts on the channel, and he's mad that Bisu doesn't win against Zerg as much as he hopes he should. So this is for you, man. I think your name's Michael. Is it Michael? Anyway, Michael, hope you're happy about this one. It's a great 30-minute late-game Protoss win against Zerg. I got to cast more Snow, apparently, because Snow's late game versus Zerg is just insane. But, yeah, GG. I guess, I mean, what did this start with? This started with a Corsair getting an Overlord kill. It started with a Hydra bust that did get a Forge and did get a Gateway. Didn't cancel the +1 attack, though. That was important. We ended up getting a Muta transition that didn't do a lot. The Maelstrom Storm caught a bunch of them. and then maybe a couple of probes and a couple High Templar died, but that was not worth the investment into the Mutalisks at all. But then got into the late game stuff, right? Jaedong got into the Hive Tech, he got into the Adrenal, the Consume, the Plague, all that stuff. And it's just a hard composition to crack here. It is. You got the splash damage, you got the stuff that works inside Dark Swarm, you got the stuff that ignores Plague, and you can do it, man. You can beat late game Zerg as Protoss. You just got to use all of the tools. I'm not saying it's easy, but it can be done. All right, 280,000 points to 256 in favor of Bisu. Gets outproduced by a 3-to-1 ratio, but he outkills by 7-to-2, which I can't do math, but that feels fairly equivalent. Buildings raised 24-10. Jaedong killing 24 Protoss buildings is a good number. The outspend tier 2 by goodness, what is that? Maths. 8,000 resources plus. At the end of the day, that should have been enough, but his income was shut down. He didn't have future income, and Bisu did, and that's a big part of why people tap out too. Even if their income advantage has been good for a long time, sometimes it's just not enough if your future income is not good. So, man, that was awesome. That was a fantastic showing. What a great show from Bisu today, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.